I am Elle, founder and creator of the Perspective Podcast, and this is my brand new YouTube channel. Welcome. I am not an expert in video, but I have been asked to share my podcast on YouTube so that you can actually see the guests as I bring them on. And if you're wondering what the heck is the Spiritual Perspective Podcast, well, that's what this video is for. So I founded this podcast as a financial planner going through my own massive spiritual awakening to help others who are also experiencing a spiritual awakening and have a lot of questions about how to get from point A to point B when your internal reality does not exactly match the external reality that you desire to live. Ever been there? Well, I have too. So on the podcast, we have quite a few solo casts where I talk about spiritual and financial topics, but also I bring people on to share their own stories of their spiritual awakenings, because believe it or not, everyone is experiencing spirituality and their own awakening and ascension so incredibly differently. We all have different gifts. We all have different experiences. And how we look at the world also varies, which is why the Perspective Podcast came about. So what I found is that a lot of people who are going through this awakening process feel like money is such a taboo subject. In the spiritual community, it's very much this avoidance behavior around money. Yet, money is what helps us get to where we want to be. We can do a tremendous amount of inner work, but if we can't take action here in the 3D and the real world to move more towards our desired life and highest alignment with ourselves, we're not going to get very far. If we stay here in these realms, we don't get into our body and feel what we need to feel and clear what we need to clear and learn what we need to learn in the real world about financial literacy and money and business and entrepreneurship and all the things, then these two realms, the energetic and the financial, physical realms, they're kind of at odds with each other. And that's why you see so many spiritual gurus who are dirt poor or not really making the impact that they should be making in the world, even though they're brilliant, because they have their own money blocks and money wounds. And so we talk about that on the podcast. We go really deep into your personal relationship with money, your own blocks, your own shadow, as well as what you can do, action steps you can take to move into your highest alignment. A lot of these episodes do cover financial terms and concepts. A lot of these episodes cover the energetics of what's going on in your awakening process. We talk about different spiritual modalities. We even get into like the Akashic records and extraterrestrials and lots of crazy cool stuff. So if you are experiencing an awakening, this is a must listen for you. There's such wisdom and medicine in this podcast. So you'll notice that a lot of my solo casts are not recorded in Zoom because I'm a mom and I have a busy life, and often I'm just channeling on my microphone with the camera off in my pajamas with a crazy messy bun, and you don't want to see that. So I'll still post it, but you're not going to see my face necessarily all the time. But I will be posting all of the videos where I'm featuring a guest, and those are always my listeners' favorite videos anyway. So thank you for being here. And if you want to listen to the podcast on a different platform as well, you can find me on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and check out my website, spiritualperspectivepodcast.com. And lastly, I have an Instagram at Spiritual Perspective Podcast. Catch you later.